Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Leaders Dialogue. Mr. John Nganga, welcome back.
Thank you.
The issue of motivation, how can we continuously be motivated at workplace? We left at that juncture.
So far we have said, if you want to be a motivated, contented professional, you must do what is within your calling. And we said, when you do what is within your calling, there are three possibilities. Because it's within your calling, the caller will also give you a gift. When you operate within your calling, you operate within your gift. Because it's within your gifting, you are likely to do well. Because you do well, you get appreciated, and you appreciate what you produce. When you don't operate within your calling, you are likely to be operating without your gift. Or even if you achieve a good thing, it's with a lot of effort. You know, if you are good in mathematics, at the mathematics class, you enjoy it. If I'm not good in mathematics, we got the same class and I'm sweating. Because that's not my gifting. So if you want to operate where you have a contentment, motivation, it is important to go within your calling, because within your calling is likely to be within your gifting, and if you do what you are gifted in, you are likely to do well in it. But in addition to that, your calling is likely to be your interest. It means that even if it was not a job, you would still do it. Even if you're not salary, you would still do it. Because it's an interest. Of course, people like calling it a hobby. But I wish your hobby is what you are paid for.
That's true.
Because you are doing what you are interested in. Because when you do what you are interested in, somebody has to ring the bell to get you out. You go to the office by 5 o'clock. How come it has come so quickly? Because you are doing something you are interested in. So if it is within your calling, you are likely to be gifted in it, but you are also likely to be something you are doing operating within your interest. If it's within your calling, it's also possible that you sense a spiritual fervor for it. You feel like what you are doing is pleasing to God, not just humans. That thing will get you to a really motivated person. And we say that can be very much. But let's go on with the issue of how to maintain motivation, how to live at work and be motivated at work. I think the next thing that will make you be motivated at work is the sense that is preparing you for something else. For example, you may be employed, but you are looking forward to employing yourself. Then this job becomes like a training. Whatever you do, you are trying to get better and better at it. So that by the time you start your own thing, wow, you'll be an expert. So you look at this place of work, and you don't just see the salary. You see who you are in the future. There are people who are so taken up by current remuneration that they go to a place where they have 10 years of one experience. You know, when you go for an interview after 10 years, you have only done one thing. My friend, nobody will give you a job. Because by that time, you're supposed to be wider, managing a wider area. Now, so I normally advise young professionals, go to a place where you can get various trainings, various experiences. So it's important that you understand that when you understand that, then you can be in a job where you are earning little. But because of the kind of practical experience you are gaining, every day is new. You are learning something new on a continuous basis. It will keep you motivated. So learning and acquiring extra expertise is something that keeps somebody motivated. It's a reward. I normally tell people, when you go to a new job, the first year, to be honest, you are gaining more than the company is gaining. Because you are doing new things continuously. And so you are becoming better and better. Your CV is improving. Your expertise is improving. That will keep you motivated. The second year, maybe half. Half you are delivering. Half you are still learning. But the third year, you are now an expert. Now, if you stay in that job more than 5 years, now it starts becoming boring, because you don't find many things to learn. But you can be motivated through learning. And many people are in something because they are learning. Otherwise, how do people do their masters and their PhDs?
Yes.
What motivates them is acquiring new knowledge, understanding new things. So you can motivate, and of course, when I'm talking about you motivating, I hope the employers are also hearing that if you create for your employees a continuous learning experience where you do not ask somebody to continue one job for 5 years, that if he does 1 year here, you put him another year here, another year there, you have motivated staff continuously. Because you are moving them until they have cross experience. They can do this job. When this one is on leave, this one can double up. Learning itself will keep people properly motivated, and I think that's an important thing. But next, what you acquire is a motivation. I've left it towards the end because it's a bad motivator. It's an external motivator. That some people are in a place because of the kind of money they're earning. In fact, most people who earn a lot are prisoners. Because the kind of money they are earning, no other employer can pay them. So even if they don't like the work environment, even if they don't like the stress levels they are having, they look around, I'm earning $500,000 here. Anybody else is only offering me 100,000. I better stick here. And they stick there until they collapse. But let's be honest, money is a motivator, but it's an external motivator. What's wrong with the external motivators? If it's an external motivator, it doesn't depend on you. It depends on the outsider. The guy paying you money could refuse to pay you. Then you lose motivation. If it's an external motivator, the guy who liked you yesterday could hate you today. Again, you lose motivation. But money itself can be used as a motivator. But let's go on. The environment, the people you work with can become a source of motivation. There are people who are not necessarily getting promotions. They are not necessarily earning a lot. But the people they work with, the boss, he is such a friend. He is such a good person to work with. Hey, they can never leave the place. I hope employers are listening. Most people who resign from a place resign because of a bad boss. They resign because of a bad supervisor. If you create an environment where people enjoy to be there, they will think that guy wants to offer me 10,000 shilling extra. Hey, but I don't like his look. I don't like the people they work with. I would rather stay without the money. So you need to understand a working environment is a critical requirement for productivity and contentment and satisfaction at work. So you need to invest heavily. That's why you hear people that are these days even organizing such that they are offering things that nobody offered before. They are now, there are many organizations where if they have a lot of women employed of childbearing age, they now have a crèche. They employ a nursery where you are working on your computer. When a child after 2 hours, you run there, breastfeed your baby, and they come back. Tell me, with that kind of working environment, but this is now not just human, but somebody who looks after you. He's not salary, but you feel, if I go to the other place, I'll have to leave my baby at home. I would rather stay here. Salary, no salary increase or no salary increase, I would stay here. And it motivates you to stay, motivates you to work because you are baby. In other words, the employer cares for what you care for. And it can also be the same. You are working in a difficult environment. Then the employer can decide to take part of his money to ensure if you are traveling a week, you are given 2 days free. You are traveling 2 weeks or 3 weeks or maybe 6 weeks, you are given a week free. Now, obviously it's costing them money, but they are doing that in order to show we don't like it when you work away from your husband. Please give him company for a week. So that environment, whether the people you work with, the boss how he relates with you, and the other considerations that show that company is interested in your welfare, is likely to create an environment that will ensure workers are retained. They don't want to go away. But number two, workers are happy and they are useful to their home. When they go home, they'll be very useful to their spouses. Because hard work never killed anybody. It's frustrating work that kills. So you can be doing a difficult job, but you will be going to your husband smiling, happy. Hey, I had a difficult day. But you are not stressed. Because stress is not a product of hard work. It's a product of bad environment at work. So it's important to understand that as you deal with these issues of motivation, a work environment is a very critical thing that will determine whether you achieve or you don't achieve if you want to be motivated. But in addition to that, if you are trying to talk about being a working environment, what I talked about earlier, performance management system is likely to be a good motivator. When you start realizing, I am not working at the mercy of my boss. In fact, in a good performance management system, the boss is powerless. Because you see, your promotion does not depend on your boss. Depends on your work. How you perform. So when the boss creates a performance management system that gets him aside, that anybody is self-calculating. You can tell who got an A or a B or a C in terms of performance rating. You now start feeling, wow, I am in charge of myself. Somebody work hard because they know their promotion depends on them. And there will be no need of bootlicking. Remember we talked about bootlicking? Once you realize you are bootlicking, it's getting you nowhere. You stop licking people's boots. And start performing. So that performance management system creates opportunity for people to be in charge of themselves. And once I realize that what I do matters. So if you want to destroy motivation at work, then be the kind of a guy who the person who works hardest is supervised by the laziest. That will create the motivation. I think it's important for us to look at everything together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are grateful to Mr. John for finding time and sharing on the motivation. And we trust that everyone who is working, or whatever level you are in, you will be going to that workplace motivated and enjoying what you are doing. We will welcome your comments in our Twitter page at Leaders Dialogue Show, in our Facebook page at Leaders Dialogue Show. Until next Monday, 8:30 p.m., keep glowing as a leader. Thank you.
We are the new generation. We are the youth of the nation. High in the sky. We are the new generation. Leader. Leader. Leader.